More than 100 North Dakotans came out to learn about the crops and livestock produced in their home state. And where better to learn about agriculture than in the middle of a soybean field? Valley News Team's Haley Foster takes a look at the second annual banquet in a field.
It was a night filled with crops, conversation, and a lot of food. The second annual banquet in a field, hosted by Common Ground North Dakota,
Joe and Susie,
a national group dedicated to educating and sharing information about farming and the food they grow.
Right. The purpose of Banquet in the Field is to connect consumers with farmers. There's so much information out there that consumers really want to know about how their food is grown, how it's produced, and who actually raises it.
Organizers say the banquet is the perfect setting for people to visit with farmers and see the wide variety of North Dakota crops, all while learning about agriculture and the food they're eating.
Soybeans are in a lot of products. People tend to think of like soy milk, but that's just really one of very few things. We've done this kind of educational session for each crop that we have here, the 11 crops that we're showing, plus we do have three of the meat species. So we show what does the seed look like, what does the field look like, and then what does the product look like in your grocery store.
The crop plots planted by Peterson Farm Seeds included a wide variety, from potatoes to sugar beets, pinto beans, soybeans, corn, sunflowers, durum, spring wheat, and barley. Along with learning about these crops, each station had a custom-made dish by Tony and Sarah Nasello of Sorello's Restaurant.
it's the gnocchi, it's a potato dumpling pasta. Okay. And it's got a tomato sauce and Parmesan cheese.
And it smells really good. Here, this one's for me.
Yeah.
Between snacking on appetizers and roaming from one crop plot to another, guests enjoyed music and conversation before sitting down to their 5-course meal, also incorporating the 11 crops and 3 meat products, all contributed by North Dakota farmers. In Harwood, Haley Foster, Valley News Live.
And if eating in the middle of a field wasn't enough, attendees had the opportunity to sign up for a ride in the combine during this season's harvest. Well, tomorrow is the 2015 Soil Health Field Day hosted by the North Dakota State University Extension Service. The field day is at the Langseth Farm in Barney, North Dakota. Registration is free and it includes lunch. For more information, contact Nikki Linus at 701-231-8881. This week, Valley News Live Farm Director Mick Kerr headed down to southern Minnesota for Farm Fest. And as Mick shows us in this report, Farm Fest is more popular than ever.
That's right, Robert. Farm Fest is the second fastest growing farm show in the U.S. An opportunity for producers to get together and talk about issues like waters of the U.S.
Are we rounding third and heading for home, or are we still on second base?
Well, I'm going to tell the runner not to slow down because we need to keep moving forward. We have made progress legislatively. We have a House-passed bill. Now we need to move to the Senate and get an appropriate Senate bill, a matching Senate bill, if you will, to stop implementation of the rule. And frankly, to get the president to sign that, that's got to be embedded in some must-sign legislation. So all that will start unfolding after the August recess. We have to keep the pressure on our elected members of Congress, particularly now United States senators. If a farmer knows they're a United States senator, you need to talk to them about, frankly, what the memos that have been leaked that have come out of the Corps of Engineers, which basically corroborates everything we said about the EPA process and how flawed it was. And so we have the evidence now. And so it's up to us to keep the pressure on the senators to say, all right, let's just pull this back and, you know, we need to go start over and let's do it right this time. The other avenue of approach is litigation. We are already involved in litigation. That's going to be a long, drawn-out process, as it always is, but, you know, we think we have a fair chance to challenge that rule as an overreach beyond what the Supreme Court has authorized before or what is authorized under the Clean Water Act. So we've got to keep working on it.
Also an opportunity for farmers to get together, talk about agronomic challenges.
Aphids are definitely starting to show up. We've talked to a number of farmers here that are, you know, out spraying, out scouting. You know, certainly those are out there also watching for spider mites, which are aphids' unfortunate little cousin that, you know, comes along with them sometimes. So But that's probably the big thing right now.
From FarmFest in Redwood Falls, Minnesota, Mick Kerr, Valley News Live.
All right, stay with us. Coming up right after the break, we'll take a full look at your weather forecast.